the ICC would say that President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. was guilty of crimes against humanity. If Bongbong Marcos's papa was alive today, guess what? The ICC would issue a warrant arrest and send Interpol to arrest his father. Guess what?
Uy, at dahil napadaan ang video na to sa wall mo, panoorin mo to. 7 dahilan kung bakit mali na ang dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte ay nasa Hague, Netherlands. 7 dahilan ayon sa foreigner na to. Foreigner ha, hindi ayon kay Junjun. Panoorin mo to.
Hi, here are my 7 reasons why it's wrong for President Duterte, former President Duterte, to be held by the ICC. Are you ready? Number 1, the Philippines has their own judges and courts, both district and supreme. The Philippines can try Duterte. The Philippines doesn't need a court in the Netherlands to try Duterte. Number 2, I don't trust the ICC. The ICC issued an arrest for Bibi Netanyahu of Israel. I don't think they should have done that. So I don't trust their judgment, and neither does President Donald J. Trump. 3, and this is the biggest reason for me. The biggest reason. According to the ICC, former President Duterte is guilty of crimes against humanity. Well, do you understand? If Duterte is guilty of crimes against humanity, the ICC would say that President Ferdinand Marcos Sr. was guilty of crimes against humanity. If Bongbong Marcos's papa was alive today, guess what? The ICC would issue a warrant arrest and send Interpol to arrest his father. Guess what? Do you think if a warrant of arrest was issued for Bongbong Marcos's dear father, that he would cooperate and send his own father to the ICC? No way. Absolutely no way. So I don't want to criticize the Philippines or your dear president, but that sounds hypocritical to me. Number 4, there are so many terrible people in the world today. Killers, ruthless killers and dictators. Why is Duterte the only one in the ICC? Recently, a rebel group took over the government of Syria. The current leader of Syria was wanted for terrorism and had a $10,000 bounty on his head. He's a ruthless killer, but the ICC people went to Syria and shook his hands. It doesn't make any sense. Why isn't the current leader of Syria arrested by the ICC? Why aren't all the other killers of the world in detention in the ICC? Why a president loved by his people in a democratic country, why is he the only one there? Number 5, Judge Kamir Khan of the ICC, who you can see in a speech saying former President Duterte is guilty and we need to try him and bring him to justice. That man was accused of sexual assault by one of his junior lawyers in the ICC. He should stand down while this investigation is going on. Has he? No, he has refused. So how hypocritical. Number 6, I believe that President Duterte's motives were pure. He didn't kill thousands of people, murder thousands of people, rape hundreds of people, abuse people just for his own pleasure. If people died under the presidency of Rodrigo Duterte, it was purely because he wanted to keep the streets of Davao and the Philippines safe for women and children. He had a father's heart. He's a man who wanted to protect women and let women walk the streets at night. Number 7, and this is probably my biggest reason. This is something that I'd like to tell the people of the ICC. If former President Duterte is and was such a ruthless killer and a terrible man, guilty of crimes against his own people, why oh why are millions, literally millions of Filipinos flooding social media and the streets of the capital cities around the world saying, bring him home, bring him back, Duterte, Duterte.
7 dahilan. Sa 7 dahilan na yun, may punto rin naman. Di ba? May point. Credit sa may-ari ng video na to. Hindi ko to in-upload para pagkakitaan. In-upload ko to para magkaroon naman tayo ng kunting kaalaman. Dito ko nga nalaman na yung isa pala sa judge dyan sa ICC ay palautog